Chris Duffin here, coming at you with Coach Kyle. So we're going to talk about belt squats because I see belt squats becoming quite popular these days. But we see the belt being worn incorrectly, which can be detrimental to your effects and potentially potentiate some injury risk. This really became highlighted to me actually watching World's Strongest Man on the History Channel and watching the carousel challenge where they lifted this 2,000 pound load basically in a belt squat type apparatus. And the person that won it was Nick Best. Love Nick, he's a great guy. And you'll notice he did a great job about positioning the belt in the way that I'm gonna go through it here shortly. And Nick holds the world record on this and beat everyone during the course of that. The issue is a lot of people take this belt and they put it on, just like this. Now, when we start squatting, you'll notice now that I've got a huge shear force on the spine, okay? And a lot of times people are using the belt squat in a return to play type situation if they've got disc injuries or they're trying to reduce the axial loading, which again, we have taken the axial loading, the downward force on the spine off, but the shear stress can be significantly more detrimental, and some types of disc issues are more prone to issues from that shear stress where we take those sliding forces on the disc, and this can be very bad. So what we want to do here is take this belt, and again, you'll notice if you watch that, I think it was episode 1 or 2, Nick wins the competition by putting the belt much lower than everybody else. So it's captured and hanging on the top of the glute. It's not captured on the back, and we're sitting right here, okay? And now that force is going straight into the hips, avoiding both axial and shear loads on the back. Kyle, do you have anything that you want to add on this?
Yeah, a lot of people will use belt squatting movement because of back pain. Every once in a while, that'll make the back pain worse. It shouldn't. Again, if we're in good position, this should provide some traction on the pelvis, pulling hips away from spine, providing traction. But especially if Chris bends over a little bit here in a squat position, you can see where this would pull shear force directly into his spine versus stand tall for me, pulling on the hips. Now, if you're new to the belt squat, when you first set up with this, especially without tension on it, it might feel like, oh no, if I release this weight, it's gonna slip off my hips. It won't. As soon as you lock that in, it's gonna pull you down. It's not gonna pull off of you.
Fine. Thank you.
Yes, sir.